If you had to take a guess on my favorite game of all time, well, actually, you saw the thumbnail, and you know what? Just go back. Today marks the day that my favorite game of all time came out and touched the lives of millions of people who played it. And no, it's not a game like Plants vs. Zombies or even Balloons Tower Defense. But in case you've never heard of it, let me introduce you to a game that most of the people in my community probably have never dove in deep into. My favorite game of all time, Celeste. Now, when it comes to games that I've played publicly on this channel, I play a huge variety from tower defense games, RPGs, vague flash games to Minecraft, but never really platformers, and it's a shame because some platformers really are in my top 10 favorite games of all time. And that's really just because when it comes to making content, it's not really easy to make a video about platformers, especially when the audience that I've cultivated isn't really familiar with them. But at this point, it's really difficult for me to justify not talking about a game that is so near and dear to me. Hell, I have this game on 3 different platformers, nearly 100% of the game, and although at an amateur level I've been speedrunning this game, I have over 200 hours in a save file at this point and counting. But why? Why Celeste? Well, I just want to walk you guys through my experience with this game, and before I do that, why not hit the subscribe button, because I don't really want to interrupt this video while I'm in the moment. So take the time, subscribe. Anyways, transition. Celeste follows the story of Madeline, who wants to complete this daunting task of climbing Mount Celeste. Why? Neither does she. Her grandma doesn't know either, but I mean, with her laughing, who doesn't want to prove this old lady wrong? So let's just go. Yeah, oh my god. Oh yeah, I'm gonna die. Holy shit, I'm dead. Alive? And the only words of encouragement to get me through the next 7,000 deaths. You can do this. And that's the synopsis. Go play the game yourself. It's great. If you aren't sold on the gameplay, then let me tell you, this is probably the most fluid platformer I've ever played. And god, how crisp is the movement in this game. There's wave dashing, hyper dashing, wall jumping, clinging, wall bouncing. That's not even mentioning what people who are way better than me can do. And it's safe to say that this blue crow thing has blessed us with the privilege of fluidity. And the first level serves as a playground for this, and maybe we can do it? Are you sold yet? Yes? Go play the game, because I'm about to enter... So I don't know if you've noticed, but Celeste isn't really about climbing a mountain. Well, no, but yes, kind of. No, it's not really. It's about anxiety, depression, hopelessness, self-doubt. And these themes are projected beautifully in this story, firstly in the form of Madeline, the self-proclaimed pragmatic side of Madeline, and Madeline just thinks that Madeline is just holding her back, hurting her, and she eventually comes to the conclusion that she needs to leave that part of her behind, or else it'll impede her. And let's just talk about that theme for a second. In my opinion, and take this with a grain of salt, because I'm just some 20-year-old kid, I don't have that much life experience, but I think that exercising your mental health is one of the most important aspects of life. I know, hot take. It's a hot take. I know. But since, you know, if you don't like your brain, then how can you enjoy living? You don't. You're depressed. You're anxious. You don't like yourself. And I didn't like myself. And this idea of just being angry at who you are and waiting to leave yourself behind is exactly what Celeste is able to portray through Madeline. Madeline isn't bad. She doesn't want to hurt Madeline. She cares for her. She doesn't want her to do anything stupid. She wants to protect her. She's pragmatic, but Madeline hates her because Madeline is doubtful. Madeline has no confidence. Madeline hates herself and wishes that she could leave this part of herself behind, but she can't. And that's okay. But Madeline can't come to this conclusion, entering chapter 6 of the game. Madeline finds the solution of getting rid of this horrible, depressing feeling of anxiety, paranoia, and self-doubt and control. Just get rid of Madeline. And you know what? It's kind of the perfect solution. This is gonna sound a bit crazy, but Madeline isn't bad. Even though it's in her name, she's not anxiety, she's not depression, she's not bad. But these guys are. And these guys are anxiety, and these guys are depression, and these little fuckers that make the Celestial Resort a living nightmare. They're literally Mr. Oshiro's anxiety and shit personified, and I hate them. Sorry. But why is she so anxious? So hurt? So defensive? Well, maybe it's because of having a bad relationship with your guardian? Maybe from a bad breakup? Maybe it's just from having a bad relationship with yourself. And I've read some threads on some forums online that Celeste is an allegory on being transgender, and I'm not trans, so I can't really speak on that, but I see it. But from being hurt, it really does show why Madeline is such a paranoid little girl, because this is threatening, but you know what's not actually threatening? This, and this to a certain extent. But to Madeline, it's all homogenous. Let's just talk about the real solution, because at the end of chapter 6, Madeline decides to embrace this part of her, or not, rather not, like a part of herself. She decides to embrace herself, and with this newfound confidence, she unlocks a second dash, and you can climb the summit and eat your strawberry pie and live happily ever after. And God, I love this ending. Oh my God, it's so pretty. Like, Madeline accepts herself for who she is. She gains so much confidence. She becomes a better version of herself just by accepting herself. She doesn't, like, I don't even know how to put it into words. The summit is challenging. It's like a pass-through load the whole game. It's so fun. My fault. I forgot what this video was about. But I mean, hey, I love yapping about Celeste. I could do it for hours. And if you like platformers, go play it. It's insanely cool. Hell, I use the feather technique to lower my heart rate. It's awesome. But that's like besides the point. I really wanted to make a video about this game since I made this channel, because it's had such a large impact on my life. But I never had like the huevos or the ranchos to do it. And the script has been sitting in my docs for months, and I just never made this video. And I figured, why not make it now since I'm coming back from a break? And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed me yapping into a mic. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If not, feel free to dislike it. I don't care. Happy birthday, Celeste. Bye.